hallway echoed with laughter, but it wasn't the good kind. It was sharp, mocking, and cruel. A group of boys had cornered Maya, a quiet black girl who often kept to herself. One of them shoved her against the lockers, while another wrapped an arm tightly around her neck. Their voices taunted her mercilessly. "What's the matter? Can't fight back? Too weak, huh?" Students passing by kept their eyes down, pretending not to notice, afraid of becoming the next target. Maya gasped for air, her vision blurring, but her spirit remained unbroken. Inside her heart, something powerful was burning. Maya wasn't just any ordinary girl. What the bullies didn't know was that outside of school, she trained as a mixed martial arts fighter. Every evening she spent hours in the gym with her coach, a former world champion who always reminded her, strength isn't about hurting others, it's about protecting yourself and those who can't fight back. She carried those words like a shield, never wanting to reveal her true power. But in that moment, as the bullies tightened their grip, Maya realized she had no choice. She gently placed her hand on the boy's arm, and with lightning speed she twisted her body, breaking free from his chokehold. Before the others could react, she stepped forward with precision, her movements controlled, fluid, and deliberate. She didn't strike out of anger, only defense. A quick sweep sent one bully stumbling to the floor, another found his wrist twisted painfully until he cried out, and the third froze, his mocking grin replaced with fear. Within seconds, the hallway was silent. Everyone who had been too afraid to look suddenly turned their eyes toward her. The same girl they thought was weak now stood strong, unshaken, and in control. But Maya didn't stop there. She didn't want to humiliate them. She took a deep breath, looked them in the eyes, and said firmly, "I don't fight to prove I'm better than you. I fight to prove I won't let anyone break me." The bullies, now red-faced and shaken, quickly scattered, leaving behind a hallway filled with whispers of awe and respect. Still, Maya's journey wasn't without challenges. Word spread across the school, and while some students admired her courage, others whispered that she was too aggressive or scary. Even some teachers viewed her with suspicion, fearing she might lash out again. Maya felt the sting of judgment, the isolation of being misunderstood. But instead of shrinking back, she leaned on her training, her discipline, and her heart. She knew her power was not in her fists. It was in her ability to rise above cruelty without becoming cruel herself. Over time, something remarkable happened. A younger student who had often been picked on came to Maya with tears in her eyes. "You stood up for yourself," the girl said softly. "Can you teach me how to do that too?" That moment changed everything. Maya began quietly training a small group of students after school, not in violence, but in confidence, self-defense, and self-respect. One by one, kids who once felt powerless began to stand taller. Eventually, the very bullies who had choked her watched as their power faded. They could no longer control others through fear. Some of them even approached Maya later, apologizing with shame in their eyes. She forgave them, not because they deserved it, but because she refused to carry hate in her heart. By the end of the year, Maya wasn't just known as the fighter. She was known as a protector, a leader, and an inspiration. Her story spread beyond the school, reminding everyone that true strength isn't about dominating others. It's about standing up, rising above, and empowering those who need it most. Maya's final words at the school assembly summed it all up. Never underestimate someone because they seem quiet, different, or weak. The strongest people are often the ones who have fought the hardest battles in silence. And remember, kindness is the greatest strength of all.